Welcome to another Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous. I'm Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo, and tonight we're going to go over the most important aspect of the game, and that is why you should never, ever fly after having multiple vodka tonics. And this is going to become apparent in just a split second. And, alright, so that's it. So humor aside, it's not a good day when you go to just like enjoy the game, not really shoot footage, but really just to play the game. And yes, you do in hopes of capturing something really wild. Let the recordings happen and they capture some of the most embarrassing moments of your Star Citizen career, like that one. And another one which I won't show you, which was accidentally turning off the engine while you were leaving the hangar and you fall to your death. Yes, last night was not a good night to film. But it did give me an opportunity to sit back and say, hey, I really don't like Area 18. I used to think R-Corp was a great place to be, but I really like Microtech. So I decided that I was going to move away. I'm going to go to Microtech, I'm going to leave Area 18, and I'm going to take everything with me. And this came after dying multiple times, but really being sent back to this hospital and having to run through Area 18 each time just made me go, you know, I'm not feeling the vibe of this place. First off, I think Area 18 is wonderful. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Well, it's not, but it's very well done. It's much more well done than Lorville, which is why I hope they're redoing it. But it's just not where I want to live. I think Microtech is more my style. I'm a person that would rather be cold and have to put on layers of clothes or sit in front of a fire to get warm than somebody to be in the heat and have to strip down to be cool. Oh my lord, and I live in Atlanta. How does that make sense? Anyway, what are we talking about today? Well, I've been making my way back into the game, as you've seen over the last few days. I had a very salty video, I had a very nice video, and I think this is going to be another good video. It's just, I'm moving. It's moving day. If you own a pickup truck, why not throw everything in that truck and set out and move? And that's what we're going to do today, but we're going to do it in a different way. I need to find a JS300, and what I've found is that there's one at Grimhex. Now, I haven't been to Grimhex in a very long time, but I'm going to go there today. And I'm sure it's going to be boring because I'm not an outlaw. There's no races or gambling going on, but there is a little bit to be said for having to find your way around. And I don't remember Grimhex at all. I used to go to Levski all the time because Levski was a little bit ratty, a little bit run down, but it had character, it had class. And Grimhex has pirates, which are the coolest things in the world if you are one or if you love one. But when you're a cargo runner or a miner, pirates really could be nothing more than those thorns in the side, those mosquitoes that bite you when you don't want them to. You know, they are annoying at times, but really cool, and actually much better when they're drunk. But when I get drunk, I crash, like you saw in the beginning of this video. So before this video, there was some strange things that happened. Last night, I don't know what happened. I got through with work, and my bestie, my absolute best friend in the whole world, Sarah, she provided me with a treat. She calls them treats. I call them alcoholic beverages, which I really don't like to drink that often because I like my mind to be clear because I'm trying to get back into the creative mode. And she gave me a treat, and then another, and then another. And then I tried to sit down in front of the computer and play last night, but what happened was not something that we want to speak of, but I will. So The first thing that happened was I took a bounty hunter mission and I crashed into the ship I was supposed to destroy and exploded. I went back, I got another ship. Well, I claimed my wonderful and awesome, which I'm starting to like a lot more, the pickup truck, the one, the only consolidated Outland Nomad. So I reclaimed it, or claimed it, waited the 40 seconds for it to come back into my hangar, and set out again. This time I thought I took just an everyday, really inexperienced mission to go out and, bounty hunt. And what it really was pitting me up against a really good pilot that was not an NPC, but a real live human being. I guess I should be proud I lasted 3 seconds, right? I'm proud. I haven't played for a while. I was in a Nomad. I lasted 3 seconds against something that was much better equipped and much better flown than me, and I died. So I went back and claimed the ship again. This time I went out and took a Cutlass, and I took another bounty hunter mission, and it was one of those where you have to take out the turrets, and I got too close, and I died again. And then after that, well, you saw the end result of what happened after that. I went back to the scene of the crime, my crime, not theirs, to try to see if there was a box or something with all the things I had lost, and there wasn't. I went to bed. It was bad. It was a bad night. So I went to bed. I woke up this morning and said, all right, let's try to make something of this. Let's move. Let's go to where you want to be. You want to be at Microtech. You want to be in the cold. You want to enjoy the most beautiful planet in the Stanton system next to Crusader, because living in the clouds, there's nothing better. Anyway, so we get going, right? Moving along. And I'm like, all right, so what am I going to do? Should I take a bounty hunter mission or not? No, first, let's figure out where to go. I made a calculated risk, and I went off to do the one thing I shouldn't have done. Though, there was no negative to this. I swear there wasn't. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I decided I was going to go off and have fun with a very, very easy bounty hunter mission. I mean, how hard could it be? They're only paying you 4K. You'll survive this, really you will. And don't worry about everything that you own being in the hold of your ship, and you'll lose it if you die. Anyway, I think I did fairly well. I destroyed the ship that I was up against rather quickly, only he had friends. And I killed them too, so we were good. There's one of his friends. I just killed him, and there's another. And it becomes apparent that I really need to finish upgrading this ship. So far I did get the weapons. I went with attritions. I probably want to move over to FL33s, but I have attritions. Are they the same thing? I don't know if they are. I think they're different, right? I also need to upgrade the power supply. I guess that's what you call it, right? The power unit? Oh, whatever it's called. The power core. It's got to have some name like that. Power core, power unit, whatever. Anyway, I upgraded that, though I didn't install it yet. That's the JS300, and it's going to be sitting in the back of this ship at some point in the near future. So, it looks like I'm turning all the time, but I'm really not. I'm using one of the hats on my Thrustmaster to actually move me in more 3D-like. So when you see this going on, it's not me twisting and turning as much as it's me moving in 6 degrees of freedom to try to get on this thing's butt. And I don't know, 3 ships against 1. I haven't played the game in a long time, and I really stink at combat anyway. I think I did a really good job. But I'm starting to feel like these attritions, they just run out of power real fast. I'm also under the impression that we were supposed to have more systems in the ships. Like right now we have coolers, we have power, we have shields. I think we have more than that, but I thought we were supposed to have CPU, and I thought we were supposed to have capacitors also, which would bring it in line with something more like Freelancer or Privateer. And I don't see that. Like, I think that's something that's going to come later on. 10 days till CitizenCon. By the time you see this, I'm pretty excited. All right, so we did what we were here to do, and now we have to move on. Now, I do have to admit, Grimhex seems like a very interesting place. They have some kind of races here. There's gambling. There's pirates. It's out in the middle of a ring around a moon, which would never exist in the first place. Anyway, this is very exciting. I haven't been here since they've remodeled Grimhex. I don't think I've been here since they took Levski out of the game. It's been a very long time, so I get just a little bit confused as to where to go. And let's just say that I didn't know there were so many new places to land here, but I'm very grateful that I was able to figure it out very quickly. It is one of those things that you just didn't expect there to be more places to land, because in the past, there were like 8, maybe 10 landing pads, but now there's a whole bunch on the other side too. It looks like they put 9 back here also, and these are hangars that you just fly into, and that was really a welcome sight to me, because it was barely enough sleep to call sleep last night. Was very excited to get back to work today, but barely enough sleep to call sleep, and I still was able to thread the needles with this giant door and land in this giant hangar and not have any problems. I do have to say that in this almost 2-hour session, about 45 minutes of it was running around Grimhex, trying to find this place right here, Dumpster Depot. I swear, I used to know where everything was. I didn't get here. And all we need here is a JS300. I know there's other places you could buy it, but it's cheaper here, and I don't have a lot of cash because I lost a lot of it. And I purchased some things. Yes, I purchased some things. I purchased 3 Palisades. Those are shields. I purchased 3. Actually, let's count this out right. It was 3 size 2 attrition laser repeaters and 4 size 1s for my Pisces. I used to think they were good. They don't seem very good now. So much has changed since I played the game before, and I'm finding that maybe, just maybe, I've got to do a little bit more reading. And anyway, we're going to take care of buying this. We're going to take care of buying this, and I'm going to find it. I swear I'm going to find it. It's going to be there. All right, we got it. Now we can go, and it's in our ship. I believe it's there waiting for us, and we're going to fly back to Microtech. So something happened. Something happened on the way back to Microtech. No, I didn't die, and I'm sitting in the back of my Consolidated Outland Nomad, and I realized I don't have a helmet on, and I have to leave here. So what happened was, I hit F1 and looked at my very small balance of AUEC, and it made me want to cry. And I decided that if I'm going back to Microtech and I'm about to make this very rich place to be my home, I needed to have a little bit more money. So I decided that I was going to come out here, buy some Agricium, and go home. It's not going to give me a lot. It might give me about 6K, it might give me 8K, but it's enough to make me feel like I just earned 10% of what I have. I spent a lot of money today. And I lost a lot of money today. I lost money on all the armor that I purchased, on all the weapons that I purchased, because I died in a mission to capture a real player, and he shot me down. I deserved it. I should have been looking at it. That was last night, not this morning, but maybe that was this morning, not last night. It's all a blur to me. So I'm going to slow down now, and I'm going to start talking to you for real, because I want you to know what this video is about. I'm really liking the game. The immersion is there. Even when you botched things up so much that it's not the game's fault, it's your fault. I'm still finding pleasure in playing the game again, and that's something that I haven't done for a very long time. I'm finding that the game is much more stable now that I've corrected some errors in my computer. And I'm also finding that there's a lot more to do than there used to be. The bounty hunter missions are so much more dynamic, so much richer, right? Better. Go find this person that could be hanging out by this way station. Go find this person that's like in the bunker and you have to take out different turrets. Go find this person that's, I don't know, flying all over the system and trying to get away from you. It's kind of fun and it's engaging and it's refreshing. I think being away from the game for so long has made things better for me. So I've decided to move, and I decided to move because it's really a desire to be in a place that I like. I don't dislike Area 18, but I do like New Babbage and Microtech better. I like finding the different sights to see on Microtech. I love the river. I love so much about it. And this is just going to be my home from now on. And I need to make some more money because I'm thinking about the ships that I want to purchase. Remember, this is my alt character, and although she has 5 ships and we're going with 1, she does have 4 other ships that are, one's pretty decent, the other ones are about the same as what I have. I have an Aurora LX, a Pisces, a Avenger Titan, which is the one I should have started in, and I have the Nomad, which is a pretty decent ship. But I also have the Cutlass. And I really didn't want to start the game in the Cutlass because it was just one of those things that I'm like, all right, this is like a huge thumbing your nose at somebody that spent $45 on the game. And I decide that I'm going to play in a ship that costs $90 or $95. I just don't get myself sometimes. But again, I'm having fun. And that's the point of this video, is that there is fun to be had in the game. I think stepping away from it and not being stuck in the doldrums of the slowness of the progress that happens over time. I think if you remove yourself for a couple of years and come back, you see a big difference in where the game is headed, and especially with what's coming in 3.18. The introduction of salvaging is going to change so much. And then as they start to implement the persistence, physical persistence, and then they bring into the game during 4.0 server meshing, this game is going to take on new life, and it's going to be totally different than what we played 2 and 3 and 4 years ago. And then you'll see the progress that's being made. I'm pretty psyched. I'm pretty psyched. Already my wheels are turning for the content that I could bring to you. And I can't wait to start some of that, because ranting about the game to you is not what you all want, but it's kind of fun. Because you've heard me be salty about Star Citizen over and over again. But what I haven't shared with you in the past is that obsession I get with the game as I start to play it for a few days, and how it just brings you in. Yeah, it's not done. Yeah, it's got bugs. Yeah, we're in the same system forever. But there's just something about it. Something that lets me step into a different place, a different reality, and have fun. And yeah, there's no real, well, there are mission givers now. It's amazing. There are mission givers. I like it. There's a lot that goes on here. And I am glad that I'm back. I very much am glad that I'm back. All right, so I'm broke. I need to go find out how much money I'm going to get from this deal I just made. I spent so much money on the guns. I spent so much money on the shields. And I just spent a little bit of money on the power supply. But now I really need to know how much money I'm going to make because it's important, right? You play this game to progress. You play this game to feel like you mean something in the universe. And I think that's something that's going to set it apart. Yeah, I died, I think a total of 3 times today for stupid things. The last one just flying into the side of a mountain. But I also had purpose today. I moved. I did some bounty hunter missions and I sold a Grecium. And I went from 15,000 all the way up to, and there's no drum roll, just punch it. Punch it. I think I need to go back and see how much this is actually going to cost. I don't like those numbers over there. Maybe I should wait a little bit. I don't know. It's 27. I've sold it for as much as 28 here. What did I get? Click the got it. 61. I didn't make a lot of money. I made money. It's fine, right? And I'm pretty happy with the game so far. Well, it's time to go back to the hospital and reset my spawning location to here. And as I do that, I'm going to lead you out of this video and say thank you for watching. And hopefully week 2 of my return is going to be better for you than week 1. Week 1 is getting my sea legs, learning my way around the game again, and talking about my feelings. Week 2 is starting to deliver better content to you, and it will grow from there. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button below. Please comment, give me ideas, tell me what works for you, tell me what to go and look to buy next. I mean, I'm looking at that new Hull A thinking maybe that's what I want to buy. I'm not sure, but I'll leave it up to you to tell me. If you do find this video really good and you have clicked that thumbs up button, also consider becoming a subscriber. You don't have to pay anything. Just click the subscribe button. And if you do that, make sure to click the notification icon. It's the one down there that looks like a bell, and you'll be notified of all my future videos. Folks, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I will talk to you soon.